Taking a look at some of our national and international headlines for this Friday morning, August 11th, 2017, we see that an Oregon farmer is rightfully furious with the deputy who shot and killed a prized $1,200 goat. Police claim self-defense. And this is a goat that can be handled safely by children. And yet, the policeman felt like he had to shoot the goat. A U.S. destroyer is challenging China's claims in the South China Sea. Once again, this is the third freedom of movement operation that's being held in that disputed area. 2 Germans apparently have died while climbing Mont Blanc in the French Alps. They say that the weather suddenly worsened on Sunday and the 2 men froze to death. The police in Britain have arrested a 41-year-old jogger who's suspected of knocking a woman in front of a bus. The actual incident happened back in May. The footage was just released to the public this last week as the police have been looking for the man. And the footage shows him bumping a woman as she fell then into the street right in front of a bus. And the bus managed to narrowly avoid her, but she was injured. She had some minor injuries. They're pursuing charges against this jogger of grievous bodily harm. Now, as a runner, a jogger, I can tell you that there are some times when you're out running that you're not exactly aware of things like you should be. And this is something that obviously as a runner and as a person, there's certain responsibilities we all have to take. Bumping other people into the street probably is not one of those things that we should be doing while we're running. Japan claims that they would be able to intercept any North Korean missiles headed towards Guam, even as North Korea has promised to have plans by the middle of August, that's next week, for striking Guam in retaliation to the United States. Meanwhile, the United States has promised a preemptive strike against the military bases in the DPRK. Guess where those strikes would come from? You guessed it, right out of Guam. Also, South Korea is convening a Security Council meeting over the North Korean missile threat. If it hasn't happened already, it's happening today. And a Texas megachurch pastor, one who performed service for Trump at the inauguration, claims that God has given the president authority to take out Kim Jong-Un. If you haven't heard, a Russian plane made an overflight, an observation flight over the CIA, the Pentagon, and the White House, something which had people going, oh no, but it's actually part of the open air treaty. It was signed way back in 1992 and came into effect in 2002, which not only allows but encourages overflights of every country that's signatory to that treaty. Many more stories that we don't have time for. If you'd like to get a 30 to 40-minute version of the news, become a subscriber at radiofreespeech.com, and I will email you an audio version that you can then upload to your device and listen on your way to work. That's radiofreespeech.com.